Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the session today. I would like to show you our product I am very proud of. It completely changed how we deal with the client data and client intelligence, in my opinion, and it brings a revolution in account management as we know it. We are defining problems and pains here that we are solving with CIQ. Today, if you manage client relationships, you spend most of your time reconstructing context instead of actually building trust. So why are you here today? You are in the right place if these pains resonate, because the old way of consulting is no longer sustainable. If you do marketing like you did 3 years ago, you are already behind. Traditional account management, which is manual and fragmented, versus the new CIQ enablement management with AI prioritized automated continuous storyline. I'm going to show you how to flip the ratio of manual operation work to deep strategical advisory. So let's explore how CIQ leverages AI to provide deeper insights, faster synthesis, and competitive edge that standard tools simply can't touch. Part of the journey to transformation is letting things go that don't work anymore. So unlearning is a key to being better. Massive part of this transformation. Just spending 30 seconds about our company. So in the age of AI and advanced computing, it's time to shape a more responsible digital world driven by sustainability and real world outcomes. Bull is a global leader in high performance computing, artificial intelligence, and quantum innovation. I'm William. I led the global operations for WPP in Wonderman for a Microsoft client with over 400 people and 20 client stakeholders. And every Friday, we have spent over 2 hours just thinking between the team, the global team, the 8 of us, and there was almost no time left for strategic client conversations. And I believe this is exactly what CIQ solves now. That's why I'm passionate about this project. I'm involved, and I'm trying to basically solve my pains from the past when this bothered me a lot. So let's now, for a few minutes, switch to a demo showing you a typical manager's workday leveraging CIQ to get smarter outcomes for their client meetings and day-to-day work. Before we deep dive into our tool, I'd just like to bring to your attention this webpage, ConsultativeIQ.ai, which actually summarizes all the information about the product, its benefits, some high-level information about the data infrastructure, prompts that we are using, the context, and how it compares, for example, to traditional CRM, and our use case from DataCentics. You're welcome to actually just double-click on it and get the information. Wow, this is how it looks. Typical, for example, account manager or sales manager would come in the morning and have their clients list like this on the dashboard. Before we deep dive into the software, let's talk about why. So we believe CIQ should give the managers a high IQ by automating the cognitive load and heavy lifting, but it shouldn't be replacing them. So let me show you this typical morning with CIQ from opening this dashboard into preparing for a client meeting. As you can see, the UI is very clean. It's easy to use with components call out like portfolio summary, some client KPIs, very high level. And if you double click on any of these clients, it gives you next action items that actually need your attention. So this is AI prioritized. It gives you the risky items at the very beginning. There is a small digest summary that shows you the client's information. You can adjust it as well. Then you can see the details that actually are summarizing why this item landed on the top as a risky one. You got some specific call to action buttons that you can use. And it gives you basically instant clarity on next actions, and you can react through acknowledging and solving this item, dismissing it, or delaying it. CIQ is really a complete intelligence layer for your team. With every client interaction across channels, it becomes one living, evolving storyline, the brain behind your best conversations. Remember the 2-hour Friday things I was talking about? Well, this replaces them. Your morning scan shows the 3 things that actually need your attention most for that day. This used to take like a 40-minute prep before. Now you can have it in 60 seconds. So let's, for example, go into meetings, and I need a brief for my next meeting. So this is the query. I run that, I have it resolved. I didn't actually specify which meeting, but it already starts to prepare. So you see there's some basic information about some blockers, the product, terms, proposals, and so on. Our vision for the product is actually your employees. Some of them are already AI power users today, and only the top 10%, let's say, are the enablers. We want to close the gap between these early adopters and the rest of the team, which means that the team becomes 3 times more effective. Today, these early adopters, they benefit as an individual, but not for the whole company. So we want to change that by bringing these specific use cases into production, by creating context for AI, where we define rules and the prompting, which is here, that enables them to be really a power user. So you can see some specific cases here as well, churn risk, early warning, for example. So if they are in the risk of leaving, so that's a handy query as well to shift through the sentiment of the people that you are talking to on that account. So again, just some handy information that gets created out of all the context that the machine learning algorithms have. So to create the standard for the whole team, where all of them are power users right out of the box. Research shows that actually 90% of employees use AI in companies that are maybe not on sanctioned tools. So people want to use AI in their day-to-day work effectively. It is just not enough to give them a Copilot, for example, or other technology and call it a day. Our solution is customized to managers' use. The cases that we are doing are real, and we make sure about the adoption as well end to end. So AI skills right now are currently the most desired skill on the job market. Don't lose the train and give your employees modern solutions they can actually embrace. So our library gives you unlimited possibilities of the most powerful cases. Hard code is as one-click prompts. And we got another functionality that is the feed. So feed is actually aggregated you all of the next actions across all the clients. And then yes, you can filter out, but this is actually across all of the clients. So you can use it for analysis, for example. Then we got AI agent, which is a portfolio with multi-client view. Analytics can be done over all of the client's data, compare use cases, for example. So you can run it as this worked well, or for example, find out what worked well on client A and client B, so we can replicate it as well on a client C as a high-level comparison. So the best practices, the proposals, strategy that we used, anything that was actually beneficial. So you can actually see the results here. It starts to compare the clients based on each other and gives you the results. So this is the AI agent, like an assistant functionality. So you can see CIQ as a solution can make you the most knowledgeable person in the room. It sits on top of all the communication with the clients and internal conversations to help to keep track of everything and generate proposals and business insights more easily. The most important thing is we have received recently funding to bring this product to the market and test whether this problem exists beyond data scientists, and that's why we are here today. Huge amounts of unstructured data in one pile: emails, chats, CRM calls, recordings, invoices. It could be digital behavioral data from apps, webs, or ads. We go from this very fragmented stack, creating continuous context in one place. We treat data as an asset, the fuel of 21st century. As you can see, this is a data problem. The solution can run in your own cloud. We don't move data anywhere unless you want us to own the infrastructure. Everything stays under your own control. We are connecting all the data into one solution with one infinite storyline, where Databricks is a massive enabler in such cases. Turning data into answers quickly. There are 4 core pillars of the solution that enables CIQ, where it becomes the manager's thinking partner, enabling this deeper understanding with less effort. Full client context with zero information loss, live meeting capture through either the tool or then through connection through APIs, like to platforms like Teams. One-click preparation meetings ready for client meetings really in minutes with full context of the latest development. And then the AI assistant, which is really drafting wins, proposals for future opportunities. It's like the most versatile feature with hyper personalization, proposing specific projects, taking into account past pain points, and the proposals emails feels bespoke. There is also an opportunity mining that we enable, which analyzes usage patterns, communication sentiment, flags upsell, cross-sell opportunities. One-page briefings that are able to be generated for your meetings. It extracts automatically the next steps, eliminates the manual prep. And then, of course, the strategical analytics and intelligence. Competitive intelligence performs root cause analysis, for example, on lost deals. And now this is just basically a visualization of the account manager's morning, where CIQ reads all the emails, meeting notes. It has the stakeholder names, sentiment, history, and current goals. Then the assistant prepares the manager in seconds for the meeting. CIQ helps the manager to communicate like on their very best day, draft the emails, follow-ups, and proposals, suggest next best actions. And then, of course, the system learns and grows from the outcomes and upgrades future recommendations. So it detects these patterns in wins and losses and aligns with the team's best practices. This means we can go to just see the benefits of our tool. Based on data-centric use, we have seen about 5 to 10 hours reclaimed, instant clarity on every client, better meetings. It's basically a considerable time saving and efficiency increase on these annual efforts. It enables more client-facing time. Bottom line is, you decide what you do with the time saved. You can build deeper relationship, increase margins, have a larger client portfolio. You can research insights or further opportunities to improve. You don't have to worry about anything. Our team handles the initial data integration for you, so there is zero technical setup on your end. The earlier you start, the earlier we can actually devote our team to pilot on your project or your client. Our goal for pricing is to have really an exceptionally clean and easy to understand offering with no hidden costs. So there are currently these 2 tiers. So the transition to consultative mindset begins. Book a personalized demo to see how AI fits your specific workflow with this high-touch discovery call. We've looked at how CIQ can automate your research and sharpen your strategic output. I know that every company has its own unique secret sauce and specific data challenges. So here is the next step. I got 3 slots on my calendar. We'll hop on a 30-minute call. We look at your current manual workflows, and I'll show you how exactly we can leverage CIQ to save you a lot of effort and energy. We can plan a workshop to address your feedback. We would really appreciate the feedback since we are curious whether this is also a pain point in your company, and we are currently looking for pilot customers and offering significant discounts. So thank you for your time and goodbye.